Well, hello again. Welcome again to another episode of Down to Earth but Heavenly Minded. And I'm your host, Irvish. And as we continue on in the book of Numbers, we're going to be coming to the 20th chapter. And this is kind of a sad chapter again. Uh, we come to the death of Miriam, Moses and Aaron's sister. So, with that said, let's read our scripture. And the people of Israel, the whole congregation, came into the wilderness of Zin in the first month, and the people uh, stayed in Kadesh, and Miriam died there and was buried there. So here we see the loss of Moses and Aaron's sister, and it had to have been a sad time. Anytime anybody dies in the family is a time of mourning, time of sadness. It's because we lose a loved one. Okay, the water of uh, Murabish, Murabish, if I'm pronouncing it right. Now, there was no water for the congregation, and the assembly themselves together against Moses and against Aaron. And the people quarreled with Moses and said, would that we have perished when our brothers perished before the Lord. Why have you brought us to the assembly of the Lord into the wilderness, that we should die here, both we and our cattle? And why have you made us come up out of Egypt to bring us to this evil place? It is no place for grain or figs or vines or pomegranates, and there is no water to drink. Then Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly and entered of the tent of meeting and fell on their faces. And the glory of the Lord appeared to them. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, take the staff and assemble the congregation, you and Aaron, your brother, and tell the rock before their eyes to yield water. That sentence is very important. We'll come to that. The Lord is telling him to talk to the rock, to tell the rock to yield water. So you shall bring water out of the rock for them to give drink to the congregation and their cattle. And Moses took the staff from before the Lord as he had commanded. Now here we come to the part where Moses disobeys God. Instead of speaking to the rock, he strikes the rock. Then Moses and Aaron gathered themselves together before the rock and said to them, hear now, ye rebels, shall we bring water for you out of this rock? And Moses lifted up his hand and struck the rock with his staff, and he did it twice. And water came out abundantly, and the congregation drank as their livestock. But the Lord said to Moses and to Aaron, because you did not believe in me, to uphold me as holy in the eyes of the people of Israel, before you shall not bring this assembly into the land that I have given them. And this was the punishment that was given because they did not obey God. Well, Moses was the one that uh, had to bear the consequences for his sin. These are the waters of Merabesh, where the people of Israel quarreled with the Lord, and through them he showed himself holy. Now we come to Edom's refuge passage. Now Moses sent messengers from Kadesh to the king of Edom. Thus says your brother Israel. And you remember now, Israel truly is a brother of Edom because it came from Esau. Thus says your brother Israel, you know all the hardships that we have met, how our fathers went down to Egypt, and we lived in Egypt a long time, and the Egyptians dealt harshly with us and our fathers. And when we cried to the Lord, he heard our voice and sent an angel and brought us out of Egypt. And here we are in Kadesh, a city on the edge of your territory. Please let us pass through your land. We will not pass through the fields or the vineyards or drink water from the well. We will go along the king's highway. We will not turn aside from the right hand or to the left until we have passed through your territory. But Edom said to him, you shall not pass through, lest I come out with the sword against you. And the people of Israel said to him, we will go up by the highway. If we drink of your water, I and our livestock, then I will pay for it. Let me only pass through on foot, nothing more. But he said, you shall not pass through. And Edom came out against them with a large army and with a strong force. And Edom refused to give Israel passage through his territory. So Israel turned away from him. This will come up again later on in our reading. So we must remember that Edom refused to let Israel come through. And this will be talked about later on in Scripture. Now the death of Aaron. And they journeyed from Kadesh, and the people of Israel, the whole congregation, came to Mount Horeb. And the Lord said to Moses and Aaron at Mount Hor, on the borders of the land of Edom, let Aaron be gathered to his people, for he shall not enter the land that I have given to the people of Israel, because you rebelled against the command at the water of Meribah. Now take Aaron and Eleazar his sons, and bring them up to Mount Horeb, and strip Aaron of his garments, and put them on Eleazar his son. And Aaron shall be gathered to his people, and shall die there. Moses did as the Lord commanded, and they went up to Mount Horeb, and in the sight of the congregation. And Moses stripped Aaron of his garments, and put them on Eleazar his son. And Aaron died there on the top of the mountain. Then Moses and Eleazar came down from the mountain, and when all the congregation saw that Aaron had perished, at the house of Israel wept for Aaron 30 days. So this chapter had a lot of sad things in it. We've seen the death of Miriam, now we see the death of Aaron, and in between we see the disobedience of Aaron and Moses when God told them to speak to the rock, but instead they struck the rock, or Moses struck the rock twice. And also we've seen where Edom would not let them go through the land, which we will see again. So this completes the reading of our chapter today, and we will continue on the next time we get together. So bye for now.